I felt, while watching it, I felt disgusted.
I think Eddie slipped him a contract. I think he slipped Kristian Prenga a nice little contract.
I was thinking, bloody hell, the rematch looks cheap.
Thank you very much.
The Anthony. Fight.
What do you think of the fight?
It wasn't a good one.
The controversy.
He sort of had no right to win that fight after what happened in the first 20, 30 seconds. He was really badly hurt. There was a shot before the uppercut, and then the uppercut he didn't see. Down he went. I thought the legs had gone. I thought there was actually something wrong with his legs, or one of them, during that first round. He was knocked to the ropes. He could have been counted even then, because the rope sort of held him up. Then he went down and was counted for a second time. I mean, it looked all over. I just don't know how he got through it. And maybe it's a myriad of what he's had to go through in his life in the last few months. Soul searching, unbelievable inner strength after his friends passed, and finding solace in the boxing ring. And when the chips were really badly down and he was fighting for his whole career, not just the Tyson Fury fight, but fighting for another opportunity, he found something.
British sports. Sure.
So I'm just going to quickly ask on AJ. I just want to ask you, at the end of the first round, obviously we've spoken, we expected pretty comfortable nights for both Fury and Joshua. I mean, what was you thinking at the end of the first and then the end of the second, of course?
Well, the end of the first round, I think even everyone was just sat there at the jaw like, and he was seconds away from the career, everything over. And for him to come out, recuperate, and set about him, get his wits together and put a spectacular finish on it. But that first round, the whole crowd, everyone's, as heavy as the knockdown was, you could hear everyone's jaw hit the floor with it. I didn't see Eddie on the camera, but I'm sure he was a little bit startled as well. But what a 4 or 5 minutes of absolutely chaos we just had in the ring there tonight. Unbelievable.
You've been in some world-class corners, and I mean, just that minute between the first and the second, how critical is that minute, and how impressive is it that he did turn it around in the way that he did?
No, exactly. Like I say, he listened to the team, got his head together, came out, and I don't think he really recovered from the first shot, and it was always in a little bit on Quay Street. But I just feel the determination, the resilience, the mental strength that he did had carried him through it.
Reacting to out.
And the kid came out and landed a good shot, but it wasn't that. It was manhandling him and roughing him and headlocking him and everything else and throwing him. And sometimes we thought we were watching a WWE event sometimes, but like you say, he knocked AJ out of his rhythm earlier, but AJ got it back together and finished the job. And we all keep saying it's got to happen now, and if it doesn't happen now, then it'll never go to ever happen.
The fight also
family morals, what you've been through. Is by watching videos, you know. So I use YouTube a lot, where there's a lot of videos what I listen to, and I update it, and I can always revert back to it when I'm feeling low to get that bit of motivation. Fear comes in many forms. There's some things that I can't get over, and I'll always be scared of. But I take the positive from it. Like, I'm never so confident I'm gonna win. It's probably the fact that I'm scared to fail. No one forces me to do anything. I make the decision myself, and if I don't want to do it,
Passion.
And having just spoken to Eddie, I think we'll look back at this as one of the most bizarre, crazy, ferocious, mad 5 minutes of AJ's career. It was his 34th fight. He has always delivered entertainment, excitement, thrill a minute. I think back to the Dillian White fight when he was hurt and came back and knocked out his arch rival, the Klitschko fight, up and down, Andy Ruiz in the Garden, just so many times. Even when he laid out Francis Ngannou, just, you always get something with Anthony Joshua. The Daniel Dubois fight where he was down, but still in the end you thought he might get him, and then he was knocked out.
Eddie Hearn. Pressure.
I mean, that was the most dramatic, emotional 4 minutes of, certainly of my career, maybe even my life. So many emotions going through your mind in what we thought like 2.5 minutes of, you know, just unbelievable drama. I can't believe he found a way to win, honestly.
Watching that, it was like you was watching him fight for his career.
Yeah, well, he was. I mean, you know, all week, and kind of, you start thinking to yourself, is he come back too early, right? Because he needed boxing to kind of get over the grief, but also he hasn't got over the grief. Does that make sense? So like, but it's a quick fix, and it's helped him so much. But you know, he goes down like that, and it's like, did he come back too early? I mean, what do you have? 24 breaks in his ribs or something like that, you know? And then I started thinking to myself, it's over, the career's over. And I actually thought to myself at one stage, what an unbelievable journey it's been. I'm so proud of him that he even made it back where it's all over. You know, what a ride, you know, to get back after what happened. So proud of him. And then when he made it back to the stall, I was like, if he can just get his legs, because one thing he's got that will never leave is concussive power. If he hits you once on the chin, the fight changes. And he hit Prenga about a minute before he stopped him with one right hand, and everything just changed. Started to back up a little, and the knockout was absolute. I mean, that's what he does, you know. And I know he's shows signs of vulnerabilities at times, and I know that he makes mistakes, but he can knock you out cold at any moment. And when he fights Tyson Fury, that's the kind of fight it's going to be. You know, I know after watching last night, I make AJ a big favourite. Now you watch that tonight, it's like, but that's just how it's going to be. They're going to go in there, they're going to have a war. And I stand by. If he lands on the chin, it's all over. But he's got to be better, because Fury's better than Prenga. He don't punch as hard,
Think can happen,
but he's better.
You're not expecting that to happen. So when that does happen, and you know you get hit with that uppercut in the first 20 seconds, does the game plan shift? Does the mentality shift? What are you thinking in there?
Break him down. It's a 12-round fight. It's happened in the first 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So I just thought, break him down, take my time. I had the game plan to knock him out, but I just wanted to do it when the time presented itself, and I had to kind of just like toughen up a bit because his time come earlier than me. So I was like, hang on a minute, this was part of the script. So tighten up, be tough, and be patient because if I get through this moment, my time will come, and it did in the second round.
You stayed very composed. Did you ever for a second doubt that you would be having your hand raised by the time the final bell rings?
No. I knew it was going to be tough because of the situation I found myself in, but I got it done in the end.
And one thing that I wanted to, quickly touch on, I think towards the end of the first round, you went to the corner, you came out, you pointed to the ground where the sinner and lats were mentioned on the canvas, and then you pointed to your heart.
Swear.
Yeah, that's what you did. I've seen the clip back.
I want to see